Good morning, Internet. We have another New York Times Sudoku for you on the hard difficulty. It is Friday the 14th of August 2020. Happy Friday. So let's hope today's puzzle is a little bit easier for us. Let's jump right in, switch to candidate mode, and let's get started. I'm already seeing nothing on ones, so let's move on to twos. We've got twos locked into these two cells and these two cells because of these twos. And what else have we got? Nothing else that I can see. What about the threes? Threes are locked in there. We've got a checker pattern here as well, but nothing happening with it. But these two threes locks a pointed pair over here, which gives me another pair. I think that's all there is. What about fours? We've got two fours locked in there and nothing else on fours. What about fives? We've got a pair of fives and threes, but I've got five up there as well, which means the five and threes are resolved in this box. And these two fives also locks a pointed pair of fives, and these two fives gives me another pointed pair, and that seems to be the end of that discovery. So let's move on to sixes. Or actually, before I move on to the sixes, now this box has an interesting pattern where we've got the three cells kind of locked in two separate positions with a cell isolated. That's always a nice thing, because if you look at the one, if that cell is isolated by the one, I've got a pair of ones there. And have I got any other fives and threes looked into those cells, but they don't do anything either. But I've got 9 and I've got 8 locked into those two cells because of this 9-8 pair, which means I've now got a 1, and this one also gives me another pointed pair up there, and I think that's it. So what number was I on? I think I was on 5 before, wasn't I? No, I think I may have finished 5 and moving on to sixes. So let's see, 6 doesn't seem to do anything. So what about sevens? Yes, sevens. 7 is locked there because of these three sevens interacting with that part of the checkerboard. And can't see anything else. So what about 8s? 8s, yes, we've got so this 8 locks locks a pair of 8s up there with that 8 as well. I was blindsided by that for a second. And this 8 means, and these two sets of 8s with these columns locked means I've got another pair there. And not much else happening. We've also got a pair here on this column, which are 4s and 6s. But we can't resolve that just yet because we can't see either 4 or 6 on these rows. So let's move on. We were on 7s or 8s. We were on 8s. So let's look at 9s. 9s. We've got these two 9s don't really interact very interestingly. So have we got other patterns going on? We've got another 8 and 9 there. And we've got 8 and 9 there, which means 8 and 9 have to be locked in those cells, which normally is not super helpful, but it does push the 2 out of this cell. So the reason that's an 8 and 9 is because I've got 8 and 9 here locking that cell. That cannot be 8 or 9. I've got 8 and 9 in this box already, so these two can't be 8 or 9. And that means 8 or 9 are kind of like taking these two positions as a pair, and that takes out the 2 that was already there, which gives me another 2 there. And now we've got a 4-5 pair here, because remember that's an 8 or 9, so 4 and 5 have been resolved, which leaves me with 1 and 6 in there, No, hold on, not 1. What is it? 1, 2, 6, and 6 and 3. Well, that can't be a 3 because of that 3. So we've got 3 and 6 resolved, and that pushes the 4 that we were looking for up to the top. So that's quite cool. Quite a lot resolved. Have we got another kind of? No, we haven't got another 8 or 9 pair on this column, but we've got 1, 8, 9, and 6. 1, 8, 9, and 6. I've got 1 and 6 here, so 8 and 9 is a pair there. So that is a pair. That's an 8, 9 pair up there because 1 and 6 sees that cell. So that means these are 1 and 6, and these are 8 and 9. Brilliant. So what's an 8 and 9 pair? I thought it wasn't. I wonder if we can do more without going back to the routine. So do we have a triple here by any chance? No, we've got a 5 and 8 locking those two cells, but nothing seeing this column. So 2s, 4s. So I think it is worth going back to the kind of like circuit that I normally do. 1's still not giving me anything. So what about 2s? 2s, okay, we've got 2s locked into those two cells because remember we've got pointer pair of 2 here, we've got 2 up there. We already had that as well, had that 2 before, so I should have spotted that pair of 2s before. Not much action going on in the middle 3 boxes. Hopefully we'll get something on this row later. So 3s, 3, 3, 3. No movements on 3. Oh no, is this how it ends, the streak? Okay, I've got a pair of 4 pointed 4s there, which is good. So this 4 locks the row of 3, and this 4 locks the column of 2 there, so giving me a pointed pair of 4s, which means I've got another 4 down here because of this 4 here. And now they look into these two cells, and I think that's sort of 4s. Moving on to 5s. 5s. Yep, we've got another 5-8 pair here because of the 5 locking these two cells. And I've got pointer pair of 5s locking those two columns. So, have we got anything interesting? So this row, oops, sorry, there's another lorry outside. Mike is probably picking up on that. But anyway, we've got triple on here. So this is 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 9. I've got 2 and 9 up there, so that locks in the 1, and I've got another pair, 2 pointer pair of 1s visible as a result because of these two 1s and these two 1s along with that one there, giving me another pointed pair. This is, what is it, 2s and 9s. We can't resolve that just yet. We've got another triple here now, so I can see that I've got 4s looking into those two cells, so 4 must be here, and that leaves me 5, 8, 1, 5, 6, 6 and 7. I've got 7 here, so that has to be a 6, and that would be a 7. So that gives me another pair of 7s here in conjunction with that 7. Does a 6 give us anything? Yes, that gives us another 6 because these two 6s along with these two 6s blocks the 6 down here. I think that's all we can do with these 6s. I've now got a pair here which are 2s and 9s. We still don't know how to resolve that, but that's okay. I'm trying to resist the temptation of going back to, oh yeah, we've got another triple here. I'm trying to see if I can solve this without going back with another circuit. So we've got 1, 2, and 9. 1, 2, and 9. No, that can't be resolved just yet. I've got 4 digits here, so what can they be? 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 8, and 9. But I've got an 8 here, which means, oh, hang on, no. There's an 8 here as well, so hang on, the 8 can't be here. In fact, the 8 can't be in these two cells, nor this cell, so that's an 8. 8, 8. So that's a 1, 8. Oh no, it could be more things as well. So 1, 3, Oh, actually, this is not a quadruple. This is whatever pentagonal. Because 8 and 9 is on its own, so it's 1, 3, 6, 8, and 9. 1, 3, 6, 8, and 9. That's quite a lot of numbers. So let's ignore that. I think we are going to have to go back to the circuits. So since I've lost my place, I'm just going to look at ones again and twos. Twos are locked in there now, but that doesn't give me anything. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, nothing on threes. Fours are now locked into these two cells because of these two fours locking the rows, and I've got a pair of 5s and 8s. So does that do anything for me? Let's look at the other 4s. It doesn't actually, because the 4 can be in these 3 cells. So let's quickly move on to 5s. 5s. 5, 5, 5. I can't see anything on 5, so let's move on to 6s. This is probably where it gets hard again. Then 6s. I've got 6s locked in here because of those two 6s, so I should have spotted that earlier probably. So that gives me another pair, and this time is 2s and 9s, and that means 9s are locked into those two cells. What does that mean? That means these are 1, 8, and 9, but I can only see an 8 up here on the columns. There are no 9s within the box, so these triple can't be resolved just yet. So let's leave them be for now. Okay, where was I? I think I was on 6s, wasn't I? Maybe? Or 7s? I think. Let's look at the 6s for now. No, I can't see anything on 6s. So what about 7s? Yes, we've got another pair of 7s here. So now we've got a 4-7 pair in these two cells. That pushes out the 9, meaning the 9 has to be in the other pencil marking. And that pushes out the 2, which is in the other pencil marking. That also creates another pair, which are 1s and 3s. So that knocks out the 3, so resolves the 3-6 pair down there. And that 6 also locks the 6s over there. The 3 doesn't do anything else. So what about the 1s? No. So 4, 7, 7's up there. So no, that seems to be it for 7. So what about 8s? 8s, 8, 8. Nothing on 8s. Yeah, that's a bit frustrating. So move on to 9s. 9, 9, 9. No, nothing on 9s yet. So that's another circuit done. We've got 1 free pair here, but no resolutions just yet. Do I have to go around the circuit to another round? Are there weak areas that we can attack? So this is 4, 7, and 6. And we've got 4 and 7 there, but not as a roll, so that doesn't resolve. 2, 9, 7. No, I don't think I've got other weak areas to attack at the moment, so it looks like another round on the board. 1s, 1, 1, 2s, 2, 2. Okay, now 2 is locked into this cell because of these 2s. So surely, yep. Now with these 2s, 2 is now locked into that cell, releasing this 7. So I've got a pair of 7s up there. That 2 and that 2 also locks the final, no, not the final 2, but another 2 up there, but also resolves this 2-9 pair. And that 9 releases the 8 and 9 over here. And that 9 locks the 1-8 pair, which means that's also a 9. And now this 9 looks up, giving me another pair of 9s. So that's a 7-9 pair, but also it forces a 9 into this column in this box. And I've already got a 9 over there, so that's another 9. Oh yeah, and this 9 resolves that 8-9 pair, so that resolves the 7-9 pair as well. So surely this gives us a 7. No, it doesn't, but it locks the final 2 7 pencil markings. But we have finished the 9s. We've got 4 and 8, but we can't see either, so that's a bit irritating. So these are 1s and 8s. Let's pencil that, mark them in. I've got, oh no, hold on, that can't be an 8 because of that 8. So 1 and 8 are resolved, and that gives us another 8 in the middle as well because of these 2 8s. Now the 1 is locked into the top row, so the 3 and 1 are resolved, and in fact that one sees that cell as well, so 1 has to be there, 3 has to be here because of this 3, and finally the 5 is the remaining cell in both this box and this column. That 5 resolved the 5-8 pair over here, and that doesn't have any more interactions externally, but I just saw this 8 actually knocks out that 8, giving me an 8 over here, so that resolves the 4 and 8. Oh no, hold on, that just removes the 4. So this can't be a 3 because we've got 3 down here, so that means I'm left with a 1 and 5 in that cell, so that's a 5, that's a 7, that's a 6, and that's a 4, and that one sees that, which means that's a 6 and 1, and finally 7 and 4. So it's actually quite an easy puzzle today. Yeah, literally didn't look for any naked singles, so yeah, I think today was like a classic puzzle that by using basic Snyder notations you can just go around the board and resolve everything quite quickly. Although having said that, I did resolve the triples and stuff like that early on, but those kind of solves, they should become apparent anyway, even if I didn't do that early on the right side of the board. But that is today's Sudoku, and like and subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!